with another reading. There is an energy that was hiding where I wasn't able to get to the end of it in the previous reading. So I want to go ahead and make a whole reading off of this one, okay? I'm going to go ahead and make a whole reading. This is very important. This energy is very important in the last reading because my battery was running low. I ended up, jumping off and closing it with another ending and all this other stuff. But we're going to go ahead and start. We got plenty of life battery. We want to go ahead and get into this reading. But first, I want to give thanks to the Most High God for being all seeing, all knowing, all present, all powerful, being all good, and being the only wise God. And giving thanks to my ancestors for their sacred knowledge and wisdom and strength. And giving thanks to my spirit team for their guidance and their support. Okay, if this is your first time watching, welcome. If you're returning, thank you for returning. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get into this reading. This is a past life challenge and a shadow energy that showed up. And this Virgo energy was here, clarified it as this being a Virgo, a hermit holding some truth that they were afraid to speak about. So I wanted to go ahead and get into it. I think it's very important, like I said before, to the previous readings. Okay, so I want to go ahead, we can go ahead and clarify this energy here and see what we can get out of it, what truth we can get, okay? Let's see if I can turn my camera down just a tad bit, okay? So let's see. So let's find out. We're going to go ahead and clarify it with the life situations, okay? Okay, so let me know what we need to know. Okay, there's an inner vision here that this person is having. It's a cut through the fog of confusion with your power of discernment. Okay, so they're able to see something clearly through their inner vision. Tell me about the inner vision. Okay, so there is some type of spiritual retreat, seeking solitude to reconnect with your inner wisdom and emerge, rejuvenate. Okay, so there is a rejuvenation that they're coming from. They're being rejuvenated on the spiritual retreat. Okay, so tell me more. There is an eclipse of concealment. So there is a moment of darkness. But the eclipse of concealment is where the sun and the moon collide together. So there is a moment where there is complete darkness. There is no light. So there is something that usually happens around this energy, okay? So this could be something that you refuse to speak the truth about. Okay, so we're going to get some more. Tell me more. Okay, so there is some sort of breakthrough that took place. There is some sort of breakthrough that took place. It says, navigate life's many twists and turns with diligence and resilience. Okay, so there was some sort of breakthrough that took place behind this eclipse of concealment. Okay, there was a create a new identity. There could have been a new identity created. There could have been some roots of stability, grounded, placed. Okay, ground yourself in and nurture your being, establishing a stable base which love and career can bloom. Okay. So we're going to get some more information. There's a breakthrough. I think that should be far enough into the secret or speaking the truth. Something going on behind the scene. There was a breakthrough. Let's get one more energy. Let's see what happens after this breakthrough. Okay, so there was some sort of commitment that was made. Okay, there was some sort of commitment that was made. Commit to this next stage in your development. And there would be a promise fulfilled in some form. Okay, so there was some sort of promise fulfilled made through this commitment. Okay, there was some sort of promise made during a commitment. Let's see, make some more room here. So a spiritual retreat. Okay. Let's see. Let's find out what's going on. We're going to get some outside influences. Okay, so we can get some outside influences. Maybe it can connect. So we can connect in many different ways. Okay. I'm being told to collect one more energy, one more commitment. Okay, so there's a clear mind here. Okay, so somebody they see clearly what's going on. Sweep away any doubt that you have, that you know that you are right. Okay, so somebody know they was right about something about a commitment. There was a breakthrough through this eclipse of concealment. There's a spiritual retreat. So somebody sees something clearly. I think I want to keep going. Tell me more. Okay, so there is a meadow of moment, bastard of moments where presence blooms in the simplicity of now. Okay, so something seems very clear. Okay, it was a clear mind, you know, in a moment of clarity. That was also some sort of truth. There was a duality dance here. Okay, so there was like this person is stepping into a situation, you know, into chaos, amidst the chaos, and find harmony within yourself. So they're trying to find some type of balance in walking into some type of chaos. Okay, so this is a clown stepping into a situation. I don't know if they known or unknown, but there was a moment of frost of stillness. Okay, so there was like a frozen moment where somebody stopped and realized that something was going on. Okay, amidst this chaos. Okay, tell me more. Okay, so somebody's true intention. So this is like somebody, they look like they in the middle of something. Somebody freeze in the middle of something, or somebody is in a moment of their true intentions. Stay authentic and aligned, trusting your inner wisdom to guide you toward genuine fulfillment. Okay, so this, I don't know. Okay, so this, I don't know if this is the person that, it seems like this is, okay, let me slow down. Okay, so they're about ready to create a new identity in this moment. I'm seeing something taking place here. Somebody see clearly that there's a spiritual retreat. Okay, so a spiritual retreat, again, is where they seek solitude and to reconnect with their inner wisdom and emerge rejuvenated. Okay, so they go and they taking something in. They have an inner vision, they seeing something, they see a spiritual retreat, they see something that they can get into and be a part of spiritually. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and clarify this energy. Okay, then there's a eclipse of concealment. So there's a moment of dark out, a moment of blackness that they see during this spiritual retreat. I don't know if this spiritual retreat is a moment of somebody having intercourse, or this is a moment where there is some type of bippity bop during intercourse, because I'm getting some type of chaos. Okay, stepping into chaos. Okay, then they freeze. Okay, now like freeze the moment. Okay, they thinking, they're stopping, and they're changing direction. And then here comes someone's true intentions. Okay, this person got their mouth wide open. Okay, this is like, I don't know. Is this person alone in this situation, or is this is a moment where something takes place during this time, and this happens to someone? Okay, because they're entering into a place with chaos. Their intentions is with chaos and to be calm. Then they go into a freeze moment and reflect. And then they're in this true intentions here. And then there's a new identity created. Okay? So there is a commitment. There is a breakthrough through a commitment. Okay? So there is a breakthrough. So there is somebody meeting somebody new. And they have a clear mind. Okay, they have a clear mind, swept away, and doubts that you have, that you know that you are right. So they could have chosen someone. from somewhere in this commitment. I want to know, where do they meet this person at? There was a breakthrough. There was a spiritual retreat. They could have something happen here. They see this clearly with their mind eye. Okay, their fear of speaking some sort of truth. Okay, so it could be, I'm seeing a couple of blank spots, dark spots, moments where something could have taken place. Okay, we ended up with someone in their true intentions right before this. Excuse me. Okay, so there is this metals of moment. This speaks of bask in the moments, metals of moments where presence blossoms in the simplicity of now. So this is kind of like being in a place where you're real comfortable. There is, you breathing, you're in a comfortable place. I don't know what's kind of happening in this metals of moment. But on the other side, it says happiness is simple. So we finna find out. Because right after this, and they're dancing into a situation, you know what I mean? They got somebody comfortable, right? Is what I'm thinking. They got somebody comfortable. They come from a clear mind. Okay, they're comfortable. They got somebody else comfortable, because now it's not just them. They are in a commitment. Now, with this part of chaos and fear, this was thought about during this moment of eclipse. Chaos, stepping into it, trying to be, trying to be at peace, trying to be calm, trying not to look like a clown or smell like a clown or do anything wrong, okay? And then they go into this freezing moment. So they're tapping into something and they freezing, and then somebody, look like they're having an orgasm, I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, because this is the opposite end, where someone's heart's desires is here. They could be preparing for this to happen. This is their true intention. They're stepping into it. They will be in this situation soon. I think I need to pull another card. Give me more. Okay, there's new worlds. So remember, there was somebody creating a new identity. This is the bottom of the deck. Now they're saying whatever it was worth the effort. It was worth some type of effort. Because now, after these true intentions, they're in a whole new world. Okay. Let's find out a side message. Let's get as much as this. There's a vortex of change. Something changed. Where energy swirl in transformative dancing, molding anew. Okay, so something, two energies swirl together. Remember, this is almost like having an orgasm, having a baby. I mean, hell, two energies were swirling together. I don't know. I don't know who this energy. Let's find out who this energy is about. What signs are related to this? Who needs some outside influence? Okay, this has something to do with a Capricorn. The Ten of Pentacles is in reverse. Virgo energy, I'm sorry. Tell me more outside influences. Okay, so this happened, something was betting on this. Okay, to overturn some type of Ten of Pentacles that I'm getting. The Ten of Pentacles is in reverse. This happened to do with somebody's destiny. This definitely have to do with somebody's destiny with the Wheel of Fortune. Something was supposed to happen to turn something around, to turn their finances around. Destiny was involved. They have something to do with something that's going to happen afterwards. And they were successful in some kind of way, but what was sacrificed? Tell me more. Okay, there was some exchange of finances. Somebody paid somebody to do something. Tell me more. Okay, there is a judgment about this. There's a judgment. There's a judgment that was made based on these energies. Okay, so there's a judgment based on something done in love. Tell me more. Okay, something's been exposed. So I guess if somebody don't want to talk about it, there was some type of celebration at the end. Has something to do with a Cancer. Tell me more. Okay, have something to do with some Gemini. Have something to do with somebody being in fear. Somebody being trapped. Somebody going to jail. Somebody all in their head. There's a Four of Cups. Somebody could not be willing to accept this, the way this turned out. Okay, we have the Devil here. There were some temptations, some devices involved. Okay, could have been a Libra. Okay, a Cancer. They were definitely here. Any more? Outside influences. Okay, there were some plans. Tell me more. There was a Queen of Cups. I'm getting this energy rolling, rocking and rolling like this. Okay, there was a Nine of Cups. There was some type of happiness coming from this plan. So this person was refusing to accept something. They called in the Devil. Something was exposed. Somebody got scared. They didn't want to accept something that's Four of Cups, this offer. They didn't want this offer. They didn't want this offer. They wasn't accepting of this offer. This Devil was called in. The Devil called in. The devices came in. There were some plans. Okay. Has something to do with the Queen of Cups. Has something to do with some type of wish fulfillment coming true with this Nine of Cups. Tell me more. Okay, then there was a message of truth going forth. So there was a message of truth after somebody's happiness. Okay. So something went forward into a community, to an Aries. Tell me more. Okay, to a Leo, there was some type of conflict, of confusion, chaos. So there was a message being delivered. It could have come from a Pisces. They spoke something. Okay, to a community, to an Aries, and he took it to the community. There was something about marriage or community, a celebration event or something, and from an Aries, because we got the Aries being next to something being said. The message of truth coming through a Four of Wands, which is an Aries energy. The Aries went and said something to a Leo. Leo caused some type of, confusion, chaos, then something happened around a union, around the celebration, around a Nine of Cups. Okay. Somebody had plans for a Queen of Cups, for their wishes to come true, has something to do with somebody's wishes coming true with this Nine of Cups. Okay, with this Nine of Cups come through, this is the Pisces energy, there was something said. Went to an Aries and caused some type of confusion and chaos. Then it hit a top. And the message came through and it hit a top. Some chaos, confusion, something came through, and it hit a top. Bottom of the deck, the energy. Okay, so we ended up with this Leo and some type of chaos and confusion. What's known about this Five of Wands? There was somebody looking upon. This is Aries right here, the plan. Because when the Aries make a plan, they made it with the devil. The devil was somebody was in fear, somebody was unaccepting of something, and the devil came. This could have been a Gemini. Something was exposed about some type of love. There was some type of judgment. Somebody got feared. They refused to cut. And when they refused to cut, then the devil got called in. The devil got caught in there with some type of plans. The plans was somewhere Aries was brought in, and they called in a Cancer. The Cancer came in for their wishes to come true. It has something to do with the Pisces. It has something to do with some type of single happiness, somebody's selfish happiness. You know what I'm saying? Some type of happiness. It could have been her happiness. Okay, so there was some type of plans with this Queen of Pentacles. It has something to do with justice. This is outside influence. So when somebody's seeing some type of confusion and chaos and confusion, this Gemini is over here with this Four of Cups. They're accepting of something because they're in their head. What is they in their head about, and what are they unaccepting of? This Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so it has to do with a contract, some money, some money that's taking a long time that's coming from justice. Okay, so it has to do with the Knight of Pentacles. Tell me what else more did it have to do with? It had to do with some type of investment into the Nine of Pentacles. This is heavy Taurus energy. Okay? Investment in the Nine of Pentacles that they was in their head about and they wasn't accepting of a cup about. It was about an investment into the Nine of Pentacles. Something got exposed and they was in their head, they were like, nah. Oh, hell no. No, thank you. Then the devil got caught. Okay, so tell me more about the tie the two together. Okay, so then there go the Leo. Libra, she came in about this investment. You know, she's at a stalemate. She don't know what to do. Who did she call her? Who made the decision? This Aries did. The decision was about an Aries or a Sagittarius. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know, like, I don't know. This person came in. This Aries came in with these plans. King of Wands. Okay, so who made the decision? Because if she's not able to make a decision, so therefore this would be at a stalemate. That means nothing moves forward, nothing moves forward. Somebody have to come forth to help her with this. So it has to be the Capricorn. The decision. So what's the recent past of this Two of Swords? Okay, there was a death. Something happened. There was a death. That she didn't know what to do about it. Yeah, because I'm getting the trail right here. Two of Swords. Somebody died. So it was around some loan money. It was around a contract. It was around something coming. It was around something being delivered. It was around something moving slowly in the process, could have been over time, that something was supposed to be delivered. It was definitely, it turned into an investment with another Taurus. Okay, it has something to do with a Taurus, nine of Pentacles has something to do with a Taurus. Seven of Pentacles has something investing in the Nine of Pentacles. Something happened. Somebody hit a stalemate. We'll tie the two together. So the recent past of the Two of Swords was a death. Did somebody die? Did somebody die? Show me who died. If it was a death. Nine of Pentacles. Has something to do with the death. Has something, they were working with a Capricorn. Queen of Pentacles and a Ten of Swords. You're at the bottom of that. So it has something to do with a Nine of Pentacles. Who died? Who died? So it was a person who was independent and wealthy. Who died? Who died? So she could have died because it's like, I said, who died? Who died? And I'm sitting here living with this Ten of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So somebody had to die. And it directly has something to do with the Queen of Pentacles. A betraying the Ten of Pentacles. This is that. You're not coming back after this. It happened. It's not in reverse. Okay, so what's the recent past to this Ten of Pentacles? Somebody ran out and did something, they was a fool. They ran out, somebody said, I'll do it. Who is the person that ran out? Show me who this person show up as real life. Pisces, perspective. Virgo, perspective of a Virgo. This hermit energy. She's sitting here with fear of speaking the truth. So she came into it. She decided, I'm gonna do it, I'll do it. It was her perspective that caused her to run in, to do the running. She stepped into the shoes behind the moon, into this eclipse of concealment. It could have been a spiritual retreat. It was something about somebody's spirituality, some meeting together. Something that had to do with something, the way something's going to turn. Had to do with love and some money. It could have been a spiritual, I don't know what it was. Somebody got paid. There was a judgment that happened in between. Love came, we was exposed. Somebody got scared. Leo got exposed. There's a Leo here. Has something to do with it. Leo, there was a judgment call being made in somebody's love, and then you have somebody that spoke, which is Leo. So this could have been a Leo's love that this had to do with, because somebody called judgment for something to take place. There was a judgment call. Somebody paid somebody to do something. There was a Sagittarius. Okay, it was something to be done about a Sagittarius, around a Sagittarius, or something, because I said judgment has something to do with love, has something to do with Leo, has something to do with Sagittarius and the Five of Pentacles. This could have been the love. Something was exposed. Somebody got scared. They didn't want to accept it. They're calling the devil. The devil, what did he do? What is the devil in the plans? Clarify the devil in the plans. Okay, they made up this Knight of Cups. They put this cup on the horse. Okay, they made this cup with this Eight of Pentacles. They did some work around this work around Sagittarius and his Knight of Cups. They made plans. What is this Queen of Cups? So this is a Knight of Cups. What does the Four of Cups and the Devil have to do? The Four of Cups and the Devil. Okay, so Pisces and the Devil, Pisces and the They in here with the situation. They got the Devil and the Four of Cups. Family, Pisces again. They're definitely a part of something here. With this King of Wands sitting over here. With this Sagittarius, this is the Aries energy. They was waiting, they was watching. This could have been an Aries. They call it an Aries. They was waiting and watching to see how something's going to turn out. In this collaboration of how something was going to play out. Somebody was sad how it was going to turn out. Somebody was sad about this Page of Wands. Somebody knew it was coming. Somebody seen it coming. Somebody knew that they wanted this to happen to this person. They wanted some sadness to come out of it. Because you have love here. And something was exposed around this love. Somebody, the Eight of Swords, all of a sudden somebody got into their head and they was like, no, I'm not accepting of that offer. I don't know. Then the devil come in, then there's plans, and somebody else coming in, and somebody else coming in. It's like this Queen of Cups coming in like this. She turning somebody into a freak, or she turning somebody into, I'm saying turning into, because she's looking like she's one person, one way, sitting back all, dressed up and looking all innocent, but on this end right here, this is a whole nother person. So with that being said, with these two energies, no, not to even mention that, the plans have these energies right here. It just show like, okay, well we finna, it's like go get dressed, go put your shit together, you know, and come on and come to this party. You sitting here, we got plans for this person. This is Two of Wands, plans for the Queen of Cups. Mind you, it's the devil in the background. Devil, Two of Wands, the Queen of Cups. Plans for this person to transform herself into this person. That's going to, you know, got a message that they're going to a party. And all of a sudden it's break out. So it's fair to say that it has something to do with a Pisces, a Capricorn, and an Aries. Clearly. Okay, so she don't know anything about this. This is outside influence. Okay. Somebody, Ten of Pentacles was in reverse. They had a Wheel of Fortune. They had opportunity. What's the recent past of this Wheel of Fortune? Okay, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. She was under. She was financially under. The Ten of Pentacles was under as well. This is Virgo energy. They broke. Okay, so recent past to this Wheel of Fortune, she was still broke. So she had to spin this wheel to make something work in her favor. What's the forward movement after this Page of Wands? What is the, in fact, what is the next energy after this Wheel of Fortune? How did she benefit? She spent some type of web. Okay, she got caught. For the Seven of Swords. That's what happened. She spent the wheel and got caught. But she's fear of speaking the truth. She knows the truth, but she got caught. So she could be stuck sitting there, not talking about it. But then that was the part, the last energy was an ancestor's name that somebody has something to say. Something needs to be spoken. Somebody has some more important information pertaining to somebody whose name was important. And they refused to talk about it. Now, I don't know who it was, what the name, because we didn't get that far. Okay? So this is outside information. There was a death here. She got caught doing what? What did she get caught doing? Tell me what happened. What happened to the Seven of Swords? Injustice. In reverse, there was no justice for someone. Somebody wasn't served justice in this collaboration. We're critical with this torch. There was no justice in this collaboration. Tell me about the no justice. This recent past no justice. Okay, the Hermit in reverse, she made some unwise decisions. There was no, she made a decision where there was no justice in her situation. Okay, she had the World in reverse. She wasn't able to close out a cycle. Okay, she made unwise decisions. Okay, the Page of Pentacles is in reverse. So there was no opportunity, you know, lost opportunity. And then the Page of Pentacles, I'm thinking Capricorn offered her some type of, somebody knew this love, whatever happened to this love, it got exposed. There was a judgment. Exposure and judgment. And you're sitting here with an Ace of Cups. So something is exposed, you know, somebody already knows what's going on already. So they move forward with this Gemini being brought into this situation with this Four of Cups. And while they refusing a cup, I mean, something happened. Somebody died. They made an investment into the Nine of Pentacles. What was the Nine of Pentacles investment they made? What was the agreement? Okay, and it's the Nine of Cups. Remember, they supposed to have did something to that Nine of Cups? They did something. I did this video at home before, but it wasn't recorded. Yeah, somebody put something in this Nine of Cups, this King of Cups. Did something to that Nine of Cups. That's why here with the Ten of Cups with the Devil. Because they got somebody to fall for the Sagittarius going down into a situation or a square bone. Yeah, Capricorn. They paid for some information on this page of cups. As soon as they found somebody that wanted to invest into this Nine of Pentacles, which is the Seven of Pentacles and this Knight of Pentacles, there was a death. As soon as the death happened, somebody refused. What was refused? Who was surprised about the Four of Cups? Somebody refused something. The truth. What was the truth? Somebody went through the common waters. Somebody was dead. Somebody got betrayed. Something ended. And there was some type of truth about this Four of Cups. They was like, nah, this is the death right here. And this fool coming in, this Pisces, this Virgo coming in. Or she's running out. She's running out. Where is she running to? She's running over here to this Capricorn, to this devil. It was some type of agreement made. She went to the King of Wands. So she went to go grab the King of Wands after somebody died already. After somebody already died. She went and ran to the Sagittarius. What is surprised about the Sagittarius? Yeah. He went down for the Page of Wands. Like he actually did whatever it was that was done to create the death. He didn't really do it. It had happened with the Virgo did it. But she ran and went and got this King of Wands. The surprise about the King of Wands, like, damn, I'm going down for. After she ran, she's literally running. She's gonna get somebody after this death. After this death happened, she ran. The Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords is right here. She acts like she don't know what to happen. She don't know what to do. Oh my God, she's just sitting there. I don't know what she's there for anyway. But she's there in a cut. In this investment, she's a part of the investment with this Nine of Pentacles. She's part of the investment. The page, the Knight of Pentacles, and the, and the investment. I'm going to do that on my team. Fuck, it was easy, right? So she's right there in the middle. If something happened, boom, something happened, somebody died. So what happens next? Virgo run away. Somebody run away and go get the King of Wands. The King of Wands, right? Somebody ran away, go get the King of Wands. Six of Swords, the King of Wands. Right? Boom. The surprise about the King of Wands, like surprise, what happened? Boom. You go down for the Page of Wands and the Tower. Okay? So that's what somebody, and the truth is, somebody died. Somebody got betrayed, somebody died, however, it's over, it's a wrap for this person. Okay? So it's like they trying to pin it on this King, Eight of Swords, but it was a setup. Because it's a collaboration up here with no justice being served with the page. The collaboration was supposed to be for this Page of Pentacles not to be in reverse. It's supposed to be a missed opportunity. It was an unwise decision. It was supposed to be no justice. Right? This person didn't have no money. So basically, somebody died. They got the money for it. Or they were supposed to get the money for it. It's supposed to have been over and smooth and sailing with, but it wasn't able, somehow the cycle wasn't closed. This world is in reverse. They wasn't able to close the cycle out. And because they wasn't able to close the cycle out, they couldn't move on. But now she knows the truth. She's scared of telling the truth. Why is she afraid of telling the truth? Because of the work that she did. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, she sat back and laid back there and watched something happen with this Libra. Libra was right there. She was creating the scene for a situation, for this Libra. That's why she was there with her eyes, with her blindfolds on, like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do. They said, don't worry about it, we will take care of it for you. So she's creating this portrait of how something's supposed to turn out, okay, in this bedroom. So there is some type of lie that it happened with this King of Swords in this Libra in the room. So what happened? Somebody must have offered this King of Swords. I'm gonna see Four of Swords. Recent past of the Four of Cups. Recent past of the Four of Cups. That was nice. Yeah, there was an offer came in. Four of Cups. Somebody said, here, take this. They was like, no, no, thank you. What is the intention of this cup? It was the intention was for the group to block somebody. But what happened at this cup? Present, future of the cup. Pisces walked away. It was two people. See, it was a Leo and a Pisces trying to block somebody. But the Pisces ended up going away. Why did the Pisces walk away? Because he was heavy burden. I don't know if this one to go upside down. He gave up. He gave up on the situation. It's rolled over my hand like this. He gave up on the situation. So because he gave up on the situation, what you mean he gave up on the situation? The Hierophant came in. The plans was to call the Cancer in. The plans was to call the Cancer in. So who did? So the plans had to. The Aries contacted somebody. He contacted the Hierophant. There was a chariot. There was a chariot. Recent past of the chariot. Five of Pentacles. That's the Hierophant. That's the Taurus. Right. They work together. They made plans for this chariot and this Cancer to bring home whatever they need to bring home, which is to do what? What did the Cancer chariot end up doing? What they go next? What they do next? They had somebody wishes coming true. They could have contacted somebody's stars and hopes and wishes coming true. They wouldn't do some work. They in the Aries sit back and watch it happen. What was the Aries watching? He was watching somebody getting their heart broken. Yeah. To watch and collect some information. He watched somebody get their heart broken. Who got their heart broken? Recent past. Who got their heart broken? I don't know. The Five of Pentacles is here sideways. So the King of Pentacles, he was part of one. Okay. Then we have the Queen of Swords. They both came out sideways. So the King of Pentacles know the truth. What did the King of Pentacles? They was in it for the High Priestess. So, this is some sex ritual type of thing where you get two people having sex, they thinking about somebody else, somebody doing the magic, somebody else having sex, somebody else has the vision, and somebody else has a piece, but it's all, this is the person, this is the one of the parties, this is the other party, okay? This is the Libra energy, with swords. This is the Aries, he's sitting back watching, right? He's a watcher. Somebody's having their wishes, and this is the Empress right here, so she's playing a role too. So there was a Taurus, because there was 3 Tauruses over here, remember? There was, I said, damn, it's a lot of Tauruses. It was, Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles is the Taurus, Seven of Pentacles is the Taurus. You have the Libra, which is a Two of Swords. You have a Scorpio. This is actually a death. Somebody died. Or it could have been a Scorpio energy there. Party to death. I don't know. Okay, somebody took a leap of faith, okay, to go run and go get somebody after somebody died. Somebody moved, somebody sailed on a common watch while somebody running. This Aries energy, they ran to go get a Sagittarius, or this Aries ran away. You gotta clarify those two. But however, it was a tower. The surprise is they ran to go To calm the water. Somebody went to go calm the waters and the King of Wands came in. King of Wands came in and surprised about the King of Wands. They hit a tower and they had the Page of Wands. They accused, they went down for this. They went to jail for this. And they went and ran and grabbed somebody to bring them down. That's the truth. The truth is somebody was betrayed, somebody died, somebody was betrayed due to the work that this Virgo was doing. And it's Leo, and it's Libra. That's why she's here in the background. So she knows the truth, she fears the truth, she knows something was gonna happen, she knows what happened. So let's find out. I'm gonna go ahead and close this up. We're gonna go ahead and play these little cards that are right here. This is side information. Okay. I remember this very clearly. I guess it never made it to where somebody could actually do something about it because I don't know why. I don't know what they need. I don't know why I'm here. But I'm not going to stay here long in this situation. Okay, so let's do it. Let's see. Okay, so we have an inner vision. Tell me about this inner vision. Okay, there's a river of release. There's a way to release some type of burdens. Okay, this is a river of release. Drift along the river and release where waters carry wherever burdens guiding towards your renewal. Okay, so there's some burdens they want to release something. Okay, so they saw a spiritual retreat. Okay, so tell me more about this inner vision. Okay, we got a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So it's like, okay, we can see this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. We can see the rivers release. It could be for this person, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Because it wanted to release something. This came out the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. It wasn't even supposed to be here. They wanted to release the burdens of this Queen of Pentacles. They've seen a way to release some burdens, to cause this Queen of Pentacles some sort of loss. That's the way that they release their burdens. Okay, so tell me more. Answers unfold. Okay, so there's some answers unfold. They thought about something. Okay, so this is a thought. Okay, so tell me more. They have embraced the unknown. So it's like, okay, well, they won't know anything about it. This is a thought process. Embrace the unknown. The unknown is like, okay, well, I can release my burdens by turning her finances, getting her ungrounded, unrooting this person right here, this Queen of Pentacles, and that's embrace the unknown. Like embrace that, like imagine that. Hidden uncertainty. Hidden in uncertainty. Developing the lessons hidden in uncertainty. With an open heart. Venture into the mysteries of the unopened heart. With an open heart. So basically they're like, okay, imagine this. They don't know. I'm considering this with an open heart. Okay. Bottom of the deck, answers unfold. So they're like, bam, that's what I'm gonna do. So there's a spiritual retreat we have to have. Okay? So they listen to their soul whispers, they look beyond the words and hear what is really being said now. So they're listening to This is a spiritual retreat now. Like, this is something that's, I'm thinking of spiritual retreat. I've never been on a spiritual retreat, but I'm thinking spiritual retreat where you retreating with other people on a spiritual journey where everybody comes together and they retreat spiritually. Okay, so they're listening to their soul whisper. They're saying, look behind the words and hear what is literally being said. Okay? So this is a groove of unity, right? This is a groove of unity. This is where many people have growth. There's a possibility where there's more people. This is a sign to come up. This is a sign to grow. Because you already saw in the side message that she was behind on her finances. And if you can take the finances from this Queen of Pentacles and put her in a reverse, or use this person, for their finances, put them in a reverse, and that's the opportunity to come up financially. It's like to be here, be now. Practice mindfulness to present in the moments of gain and insight. So they're being present now. Okay, like I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about how everything is going to be so fruitful and so fruitful. In the presence of now, I'm seeing growth. I'm seeing possibilities. I'm seeing, I'm hearing what I'm saying, and I'm seeing what I'm saying, and I'm present in the moment, and I see growth. It's time for a spiritual retreat. Let's get the people together. Behind this, and this is where this part comes from. This is a spiritual part. Eclipse of concealment. Navigate through the eclipse of concealment, understanding the cyclical nature of hidden phases and awaiting revelations. So this is a moment where something's happening behind the scene, and we can just wait and see what's going to happen. Okay, this is her inner vision. This is how she's seeing how this is playing out. Eclipse of concealment. Okay, so release, a gentle release. So it's like, let yourself surrender to the flow of life's mysterious current. So this person is in her emotions. I don't know if this is the sort of type of high. This is kind of like a gentle release. I don't know if this is some moment of darkness where I'm kind of feeling something's happening in the dark. Answers are unfolding. Okay. Something is crystal clear. They see. Okay. I'm thinking this person is visualizing something during some sort of sexual experience. That's what I'm thinking. They're visualizing. I don't know if this is some type of sex magic or something. Tide of transition. Okay. So I'm getting embrace the tides of change with openness, allowing the ebb and flow of life to guide your transition into love and work. Okay, so yeah, this is some sexual intimacy. It's like sexually manifesting some sort of something in the dark. Okay, you're like, boom, you gotta break through. Something broke through. Okay, so that's a spiritual retreat. That's what they think of. Okay, they're thinking about this. Okay, I'm going to take this into a spiritual retreat. This is where they, in the groove of unity, they put all their thoughts, their visions, and everything together. They take it to the bedroom. In the moment of darkness, they're sitting there. They're focusing on this. It's tide of transition. And boom, they got a breakthrough. Okay, this is some sort of sex magic ritual. Breakthrough. Okay, then you have truth. Follow your path. Trust your path. So they're like, okay, this is what we got to do now. Now it's time for action. They said this is a real promise. It says listen to your intuition, seek directions, and embrace discovery. Answers reveal the journey within. Real promise. Okay, so they already compassed it within on the inside. They already visualized this. They already kind of, you know what I'm saying? They already digested the plan. Now they're trusting them. They navigated through within themselves. They see this stuff as a real promise. Okay, when you release the chains of the past and dance to the rhythm of possibility. So it's like the burdens that was released. Remember, they releasing the burdens. They already got a plan to release the burdens. They got a plan for somebody to release this Queen of Pentacles. says the gentle release. Release of rivers of release. So the rivers of release is releasing some type of burden. Somehow this Queen of Pentacles in reverse is they wanted somebody to release the Queen of Pentacles, or they wanted to release their burdens of being broke by turning in the Queen of Pentacles in reverse without them knowing about it, because that's where they embrace the unknown. You know, you want them to embrace some type of, be kind of blind behind what's going on, not to know what they're doing. Okay, so there's a real promise. They're following their compass. There's a real promise. They're moving forward. Okay, they have new heights now. It said, let your connection with spirit ground you as you reach the sky. Okay, so they're on this spiritual journey. Okay, they're moving with a real promise. They're thinking, you know, they're thinking high in their thoughts. They're flying high with their intentions. They're moving along their path that they've already set. So now I'm just thinking them going to get people. Right? Now they have to balance the card. How many cards is that? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so next day in the community, they committed to, they feeling high. I don't know if they high, they want to take some drugs. Okay, because I'm getting real promise. They're flying and floating. Okay, then here we go, new heights. You know, now they, you know, I'm just getting high. They high, they floating, they high, they floating high. Okay, now they're moving toward this commitment. This commitment is a commitment to this next stage in your development, where there will be promise fulfilled in some form. So they committing with someone. There's a commitment to someone. Somebody they're committing to. Tell me about this commitment. Something behind the veil. Okay, so it says behind the veil, welcome uncertainty as an opportunity for growth, and be okay with them not knowing. So they're committing to someone. They're getting someone to commit to the unknown of the journey, to them really not knowing what's going on, to this winds of fortune. Okay, they talk about some money. They get somebody to commit. We're going to find out who. We got a vortex of change. It's like when the two energies swirl together for a vortex of change. This could have been another sexual experience where it merges, where energies swirl in transformative dancing, molding anew. Okay, so this is them coming together with somebody for some money. They're committing to something through sex. They you know, they're bringing it together in an agreement, a commitment together with the sex. I don't know if this is how they manifest it. People are like, okay, we have the vision. All you have to do is do this. All you got to do is think about this. Because I know all you got to do is think about this. You know, they point the vision. They get the vision. You get the vision. Okay, they both have the vision, and then they, you know, they say it's for money, and you know, everybody want to get in on the money. They're excited, boom, boom, boom. Then all of a sudden, there's some type of energies merge together, a vortex of change, where they, you know what I'm saying, they come in together with agreements. First, you do it by yourself. Then she finds somebody to do it with. She get high, go find somebody to do it with. They merge together in on agreement. Okay, boom. Now they have a clear mind. The mind is clear. Everybody's moving in sync. They're moving in the same synchronicities, perfect divine timing. Okay, so now we're moving in a situation where we want to balance the scales. Scales of balance. Seeking equilibrium in love and career, harmonizing your inner scale, the way decisions that both with both heart and mind. So, okay, they're moving, they have a clear mind, they're wearing the scales. This is divine timing. Everything is moving in harmony. You got two people now. Now you got two scales. Now you got a balance. Everybody's moving in balance. Everybody's moving together. Okay, the scales is balance. Okay, this could be in a Libra. Okay, they could have experienced something with a Libra. Or it could have been this is a commitment. Okay, and then now they have a clear mind. Now they're on a scale. So a scale means, okay, you hold your end, I hold my end, we're clear on what we want. We're moving together in a feather of hope. Okay, within a certain amount of time. Time is moving, boom, boom, boom. Okay, create a new identity, boom. So this is Libra. This is some type of destiny swap. This is some type of mind manifestation. This could be some ritual. There's a spiritual retreat here. Okay. There is some sort of create a new. How do you get down? How you get a clear mind, you're balancing the scales, you have a feather of hope, then boom, you got a new identity. Damn, create a new identity. You know what I'm saying? With the two people. The two people coming together with a feather of hope. And then we have now the next energy is metals of moment. Bask in the metals of moment where it represents blossoms and the simplicity of that. Okay, so this is like the aftermath. Okay, so we come together on who we want to be, and what we're going to do, how this money's going to play out in our lives. Okay, so everybody's just laying up there in a moment of, you know what I'm saying, I don't know, tweeds and rivers. I don't know. Because this is laying like in a garden. There's a lot of green. They're like laying in some field or something. Okay? It's like an aftermath experience is what I'm saying. It's growth. But that's what it is. Okay? So tell me more about this. Okay, so now it's worthy of the goal. So somebody was worthy of the goal. So somebody went and committed themselves to a relationship. When it was clear that they had somebody to take them where they wanted to go. Then they went to the Libra and gave them some sense of feather of hope to create a new identity. Now they have someone laying up, you know what I'm saying, where they kind of have them stretched out after a fact or time and ready for what's next is what I'm, Lord, whatever I'm picking up. Lord Jesus. Okay? Because it says where they'll go in the middle of the moments. It's like bullseye. Got it right, got your eyes right where I want you. Okay. Now, hold on, you stay right there. So I'm seeing now there's some movement, there's some transition. Okay, trust yourself. Now I like trust yourself. Okay, now it's time to do something. Let your intuition be the compass that leads you through murky waters. Okay, now it's time to do something sneaky. Trust yourself. Trust yourself now. Right? Okay, now we got the planning phase. So this energy right here is like, okay, now picking the plan comes in. Whatever they talked about up here, whatever plan they thought out over here, whatever was here, you know, it's played out right here. Now this is where this clown comes stepping in. This clown comes stepping in. Remember, this person is coming in with chaos to bring some type of chaos, right? But they're trying to be calm. They're trying to be cool, calm, and collected. This fool right here. Right? So now this is the plan of it. The plan is to bring this fool in. The plan is to bring this person in. Okay, tell me more. The duality. Okay, so they're on the mend. So something is be compassionate and kind to yourself as you heal your heart. Okay, this is later. So there's fast progress. Something happened in the fast progress. Boom, boom, boom. Somebody went in, they coming in fast. So it's like they move real fast. And on the mend, be compassionate and kind to yourself as you heal your heart. So something happens really fast, and they come back and they're like, okay, all right, okay. Something just happened right here. Something happened right here. This is where something happened. This is where something happened. Right here, where it says this clown coming and doing the duality dance. There's a fast progress. Move forward with swift precision and do not do what must be done now. On the mend. So now you're coming out mending your heart. Like, okay. Get your heart back together. Like, okay. You did it. You came through. Okay. Hold on. You know, like you trying to catch yourself. You trying to catch your breath. Okay. So now, like, fuck, I got some plans to make. I got some difficult choices to make. I got some plans to make. I got some shit I got to do now. Right. So now they're stuck with the plans. Okay, so now we got to seek some wise counsel. Okay, we had a harbor of peace now. We got to seek some wise counsel. I think that's what they call us, Pisces. Pisces and Capricorn came in. Something happened here. This is the fourth energy that this is where the answers are. There's something that boom, freeze. Like, oh shit. I really did that. I don't know. Something about to happen. I'm picking something up. Something's about to happen. Fast pace. Go and do what you gotta do. Okay, mend your heart. Okay. Now you got difficult choices to make. Now you in the maze. Now you gotta navigate whatever needs to be done. You can figure that out. Then all of a sudden they had a frosted stillness. Boom, they stuck. Embrace the frost of stillness, wherein the calm of icy pause, reflective clarity is found. So it's like they got to catch themselves, gather their thoughts. Okay, they got to get through this. Okay, clarity is found, wise counsel. So now, this is where they start reaching out. Not afraid of hardship. So this either one person either saying something or not saying something. It came in reverse because they fear of speaking the truth. So instead of them saying something, they chose to not afraid of hardship, confront challenges with courage, for they have the stepping stones to growth and wisdom. So this is where instead of them saying something, they contacted somebody where they have somebody some wisdom and some stepping stones to wisdom as to what to do. We got wise counsel at the bottom of the deck. We have a gateway of opportunities and truth, veil of illusions. Okay, so now either they lied to somebody and they told them something that they didn't have the whole truth because they didn't speak up and say nothing. They just told them what they wanted to know in order for them to, you know what I'm saying, give them part of the story. Got everybody kind of coming in, and then everybody say something, and then all of a sudden, she was the one. That's why she ran out to be the fool to go run and get whoever needs to be done. Because somebody else had a plan. She included whatever. She let them have the plan and through what she wanted to throw in at the beginning. Small steps. So the next step is small steps. The small wins, the small triumphs, the everyday victories, and celebrate them. They will take you there. So it's like, you know, little stuff because there's a lot of planning that needs to be done. There's a lot of things that need to be worked out. There's a lot. That's a difficult thing to come out of. Okay, now we got to put everybody in place in order to come out. So I don't be the one showing up in a situation that everything has to be transitioned over into someone else because I'm not the one that's going to carry this out. I'm moving to new heights. I'm moving on. I'm moving to a group of unity, and whoever else falls to the side will have to fall to the side because I'm not the one going to fall. So I'm mapping this thing out, being real careful. They call for some states of courage. Okay, like again, the gateway of opportunities came out. Somebody got carried away. Let yourself be caught up in the whirlwind of a romantic moment. So they wouldn't have sex with somebody else. They got carried away into another relationship. So there was somebody else coming in, getting carried away into what she already had. Okay. The next thing you know, we have true intentions. Somebody's sitting with their mouth wide open. Okay. Stay authentic and aligned. Trusting your inner wisdom to guide you toward genuine fulfillment. Okay, so this is somebody's true intention. They want something. They want to get carried away. This is something that is part of whatever it is, because the next part and the last part is the new world. They made it through. Somebody picked up, carried away. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. Just like that. So tell me true intentions. Flaming fire. Okay, so this rising fire, yeah, this is more sense. I'm true intentions, fire, which is a fire sign, guide you to the fulfilling purpose meant for you. So this could be somebody's true intentions. So somebody really wanted to have sex with somebody. This fire sign. I'm thinking the fire sign came in. It's a gateway of opportunity. Somebody taking small steps towards the gateway of opportunity. Okay, so now somebody's heart's desire show up. Someone wants to get carried away into their heart's desire. It has to be some type of fire sign. Revelation awaits down here. There's a cavern of secrets right here. Okay, they're sticking out. There's also a veil of illusion too. So it's like they could have gotten together with the fire sign and somebody else. Heart's desires means somebody, true intentions meaning you have true intentions in this fire of desire. What was it? Okay. What was the true intentions? I don't mean it was a valley of shadows. So it was to take somebody in the valley of shadows. It was to take this web connection, these people, these web of people into the valley of shadows. Was a mountain to master, which was their plan. Okay, because they have levels of choices. This is an elaborate plan. This is like a major plan. It's like everybody has to play the role perfectly. Everything is going. Somebody had already had a desire to sleep with somebody. Somebody, she's known this. Okay. This person known that somebody wanted to be with somebody, that wanted to be with somebody, that wanted to be with somebody. So this is the time where they're taking small steps, a gateway of opportunities to bring the people that she wants to be together, the people that have always wanted to be together, or the people that wanted somebody not to be together, or somebody to work together or work against. However, it was intention, true intentions mean their intentions was their intentions. They both had the same intention and brought some type of fiery climax. Okay, but it was intentions taken in the valley of the shadow. Now, one of these people did not know that they finna go to hell. Somebody's going to go to a place that they have no idea. Things is going forward. Moving very beautiful, very well. Okay? Doing this fiery, passionate of something. Okay, so it's like boom. Somebody got carried away. Let yourself be caught up in the whirlwind of romantic moment. Okay, so two people caught up in a romantic moment. They're on a cutting edge, slice through obstacles, and carve a path towards your dream. So they slice through obstacles, carving a path towards their dream. I don't know how they would do that. When somebody's getting carried away, the resurrection, something is born. Something has been transitioned. Something has been transitioned. I've taken your shit, you take mine, and now somebody has been resurrected. Make it make sense. Shake off the past and rise again. Reinvent yourself and you will rise up from the ashes even more powerful. So somebody's resurrected. This could have been this Libra. She was there in the background waiting for a new identity. She has a resurrection. She has what she needed. Okay, it was a difficult path ahead. There's somebody who lost something in the process. I'm sure, this is just, now we have a new world and we have Valley of Shadows at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so somebody got a new world and somebody's left in hell. Like, what the hell just happened? Quiet moments. Somebody's there reflecting like, oh shit, seek solace into the silence where clarity finds its true voice. It's like somebody got a quiet moment. Somebody's sitting in a new world and somebody's sitting there like, damn, what the hell? Like, oh shit. Seek the truth. So now somebody wants to seek the truth. They're kind of peeking through what happened. They're like, oh my God, what just happened? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sorrow hurtful with this. Sorrow heals. So somebody got hurt. but it's healing somebody else. Right? This is that fire. Somebody got burned. What they say? It says seek the truth, embrace clarity and revelation, unfold, keep an open mind for answers, illuminate from the wonders, from the what? From the path to understanding, illuminate the path to understanding. So somebody's seeking the truth. They looking through this veil, right? They know something was done. They just created illusion, right? Veil of illusion. So now somebody's like, shit. They're looking through they're looking out like, okay, I got mine. Let's see. Everybody waking up. This area is who is where and who's doing what. And somebody in sorrow. Somebody is on fire. In hurt. In heartache. Shadow growth awaits. Let pain refine, not define you. Redefine you, not define you, as birthdays are promised. Brighter days are promised. So it's like, this was a little hurtful, but there's brighter days promised. There's brighter days coming, which means that somebody promised to get rid of the pain, right? Don't worry about it, we're going to fix it. If somebody saw something, they see what happened, like, oh shit. What really just happened is what really just happened. Like, somebody really dead. Except they look. So it was a hurtful sorrow healed. When somebody was feeling sorry, but then they was like, don't worry about it because it's going to be brighter days ahead. We're going to fix this. Emerging dawn. Trust that every ending is another beginning coming in disguise. Okay, so it's like another day, another dollar. Something's going to happen. Something's happening. That's another point where you check into see what happened. Okay, there's a divine flow. So everything is kind of like flowing, metamorphosis, mirage. Everybody else is getting their position. Let go of attachment to the outcome and let the universe bring gifts. So they're like, oh, okay, hey, we did it. This web connection of people, whoever was connected, somebody is shielded, somebody reached the mountain of mastery, the wise counselor, they had the last move, which is the ability to see the potential, divine timing. So that's somebody reaping the reward. But something happened over here in this flame. Somebody had to stop and reflect after it happened. They brought somebody else in to continue, you know what I mean? But this Libra was a part of it the whole time. She knew that there was an opportunity to recreate her identity. And that's what she do during these moments. And the Virgo brought it in for her. They made plans, labyrinth of choices. There was a gateway of opportunity for multiple people, you know what I'm saying, to be involved, for them to be resurrected through this cutting edge because it was some difficult choices, and for the metamorphosis and the rise, for this divine flow. But this is just part of the story. Now they're fully immersed in what happened. Fully immersed. So to come out and speak the truth will be like, ooh, they got a spirit link connected to a lot of people, to a web of people that she's shielding and covering. So I can see why she's not afraid of speaking the truth. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna do one energy. I'm gonna heal this energy and I'm gonna go. Okay. Yeah, setting the record straight. This is setting the record straight. The person is setting the record straight. There is some record to be set straight, or there's judgment. This is in the process. Somebody was burning some type of evidence in this situation. Yeah, they could be envious. Okay, there's something has been figured out. Somebody's tired of the drama, this bugaboo here. Yeah, so this is like the person, the Gemini, who could have got caught up in this. There's a lot of people that was a part of this that's in the background that they probably couldn't even really see because I'm using the tarot energy. But there is envy, somebody was burning evidence, somebody was trying to set the record straight. Yeah, there's a lot of evidence. Red stain lifted. Yeah, and there's some investigation going on about this. This shit is about to explode. They're about to pop off in flames. So whatever wasn't told, it was told in this story, whether it was told with tarot or not. But it didn't say shit is about to explode at the bottom of the deck. Okay? So, yeah. Somebody's tired of the drama. They was fulfilling the fantasy with a hater. And they wanted somebody was trying to get a new beginning in the process. Somebody seems like watching everything go down. Okay, so is anything more we need to know about this before I close it? Yeah, somebody don't want to hear about it. They don't want to hear it. They could be depressed. Of course they are. But anyway, stuff is about to, something about to explode. Something about to, somebody running away. Sexual protection. Yeah, somebody's running away. Somebody is pissed. Okay? And somebody is destroyed. Okay? From this sexual protection, somebody got away, or somebody was, set up. Caution moving forward. Tell me more. Yeah, somebody's doing drugs. They're doing drugs. Something about a love story. Once upon a love story. Somebody was thrown away during this sex trash. Yeah, somebody was thrown away. Somebody was thrown in the trash at this sex. Throwing away, getting rid of, tossing out. And somebody already wanted to. They sit back laying back looking like this. Caution. Moving forward. It's copycat. So everybody know which roles played in. I'm not going to go into another layer. That would be a whole nother video. I'm not going there. So that is it. Let me see. One more thing. I'm finna hear this and I'm finna go. I did want to see this overall energy. I want to see something. Maybe not today. Oh, here we go. I want to do this. Ooh, Jesus. Okay, I just want an overall energy. Okay. And then I'm gonna go. Okay, Spirit. So what's the current energy? Somebody experienced a loss. Somebody died. Somebody lost something. There was a loss. Self-love. Somebody lost self-love in this situation. Mortality. Yeah. Mortality. Non-mortality or something like that. Something ended. prosperity and abundance. Okay. So I call on my blessed ancestors of healing love. I thank you for your sacred knowledge, wisdom, and healing gifts and strength. Guide my hands, heart, and spirit, and my words. Thank you for your protection and blessings. Walk with me as I heal my shadows. We heal the collective energy, fear of success, fear of failure, people pleasing, health, wound, soul contracts, persecution, creativity, blocks, lack of boundary, arousal, poverty, victimhood, fear of conflict, self-sacrifice, fear of authenticity, fear of responsibility, fear of visibility, abandonment, unrequited love, fear of change, scarcity mindset, fear of intimacy, isolation, betrayal, codependency, guilt, avoidance of personal healing, unhealed trauma, health wounds, fixing others, fear of success, fear of vulnerability, guilt, loss, karmic debt, unfulfilled potential, ancestral patterns, judgment, martyrdom, health wounds, burnout and exhaustion. Okay, walk with me as I heal. The Virgo energy, okay, and healing any fear of speaking the truth from past life affecting present energy, okay, planning phase, trust the process, worthy of goals, collaborative choices, medals of moments, past progress, mortality, self-love, lost, okay, don't want to hear it, sex shop, okay, already knowing the tea, caution, throwing out trash, anger management, running away, love story, doing drugs, sexual protection, cutting edge, carried away, going forward, gates of opportunities, rising flames, small steps, duality then, not afraid of hardships, still, cross of stillness, true intentions, destroyed, envy, burning evidence, red lipstick stains, new heights, setting the record straight, tired of transitions, tired of groove of unity, crystal of clarity, be here and now, the real promise, okay, gentle release, trust your path, vortex of change, investigation, metamorphosis, mirage, divine flow, embracing dawn, sorrow heals, seek the truth, quiet moments, new worlds, create a new identity, types of fortune, breakthrough, behind the veil, feather of hope, scales of balance, commitment, clear mind, eclipse of concealment, soul whispers, spiritual retreat, embrace the unknown, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, rivers of release, inner vision, okay, we have the Hermits, we have the World, Nine of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, the Hermit, Three of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Justice, Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, the Judgment again, Ace of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, Ace of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Four of Swords, Page of Wands, the Tower, King of Wands, Six of Swords, the Fool, the Death, the Two of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, Four of Cups, the Eight of Swords, the Sun card, the Ten of Cups, the Devil, the Two of Wands, the Nine of Cups, the Hierophant, the Ten of Wands, Eight of Cups, Seven of Wands, Page of Cups, Ten of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Chariot, the Star, the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, the Four of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Three of Wands, the Three of Swords, the Page of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the High Priestess, the Empress, and the Emperor. I'm releasing the old and embodying the miracle of now because abundance is my birthright. I'm walking into divine alignment and magnetic attraction because abundance is my birthright. I am held in the arms of infinite grace and sacred timing because abundance is my birthright. I am living, creating, and loving from my highest frequency because abundance is my birthright. I'm aligned with the business partners that lead with vision and value because abundance is my birthright. I am supported by the universe in every sacred endeavor because abundance is my birthright. I am a divine vessel of the cosmic miracles and earth-shifting impact because abundance is my birthright. I am anchored in divine love and moving with sacred precision because abundance is my birthright. I am surrounded by the souls who celebrate my truth and nurture my growth because abundance is my birthright. I am co-creating legacies with souls aligned to the mission because abundance is my birthright. I am held by divine union, supported by universal wisdom because abundance is my birthright. I am expanding into infinite realms of creativity and connection because abundance is my birthright. I am dancing in divine romance, grounded in purpose because abundance is my birthright. I am making soul-centered decisions that ripple love across timelines because abundance is my birthright. I am worthy of sacred companionship and sovereign joy because abundance is my birthright. I am breathing new life in ancient dreams with divine confidence because abundance is my birthright. I am a mirror of divine light drawn in high vibrational love because abundance is my birthright. I am held in sacred stillness and divine momentum because abundance is my birthright. I am trusting in the flow of divine collaboration because abundance is my birthright. I am elevating through sacred strategy and infinite clarity because abundance is my birthright. I am a beacon of divine opportunities and supernatural abundance because abundance is my birthright. Ashe, amen, and so it is. Ashe, amen, and so it is. Ashe, amen, and so it is. Okay, so thank you for watching, you guys. Well, at the end of this video, I will see you on the next one. God bless and have a blessed night. Thank you. Bye.